Mick Foley has come out and said that he will no longer be renewing his Legends contract with WWE in 2026 because of the ties that WWE has with the Trump administration. Now, Mick Foley has been vocal about this for a long time. And at this point, he has made the decision that he will be leaving WWE. Now, I'm going to read this here to you so you guys have an understanding of the backstory. He's deciding to leave because he cites Trump's cruel and inhumane rhetoric and policies as the final straw. He will not be renewing his contract in June of 2026. Now, Foley has said this before. He does not like the fact that ever since Trump has been in office, they have been coddling Trump. TKO Group, WWE, they've been coddling Trump. And he pointed to Trump's treatment of immigrants and his recent cruel comments following the death of filmmaker Rob Reiner as the breaking point. So what he had to say here, this is what he wrote on Instagram. He said, this is Mick Foley here. While I've been concerned about WWE's close relationship with Donald Trump for several months, especially in the light of his admin's ongoing cruel and inhumane treatment of immigrants and pretty much anyone who looks like an immigrant, reading the president's incredibly cruel comments in the wake of Rob Reiner's death is the final straw for me. Now, what did Trump say about Rob Reiner to begin with? Well, here's what Trump said. I'm just reading this off of a report. Trump reacted to Rob's death. He called them deranged and claiming that he suffered from Trump derangement syndrome. He said Rob was bad for our country and implied his criticism of Trump contributed to the tragedy. So he described, this is what Trump said, this was what he wrote on Truth Social. He said that Reiner was a tortured and struggling person, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, whose obsession with Trump drove people crazy. In the Oval Office, Trump doubled down on this statement. He said that, well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person, as far as Trump is concerned, or as far as I'm concerned. He was very bad for our country. I mean, he's got people in his own office that are saying that this was wrong and inappropriate. And then you have people coming out from the entertainment world saying that this was hateful and vile, and it's, in this situation, his comments were controversial because they politicized a family tragedy. And because of that, now we go back to Mick Foley here. This is his biggest reason for deciding not to stick around in 2026. Now, some of the context behind the decision, I mean, we know like Trump's connection with WWE. He's got a big history with WWE ever since Vince McMahon, the first appearance that these guys had at WrestleMania. Foley is under a Legends contract, which is set to renew in 2026, but he confirmed he won't do it. And his announcement, again, just came days after the comments that were made by Trump, which he found incredibly cruel. Here's the thing, guys. There's no doubt in anybody's mind that when you decide to politicize a death, it comes off as being very selfish. It comes off as being incredibly just not well mannered at all. Okay, there's a time and place to be open and truthful and say the truth, but the way that this was put out to the media, the way this was put out to everybody watching, it left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Everybody. This is not even at this point. It's not political because it was a family tragedy we're talking about. So here's the issue. How could this impact WWE? Well, WWE loses Mick Foley, who's often appeared for different segments, and symbolically it highlights growing unease among talent about WWE's political entanglements. Foley's move could embolden others to speak out. Foley's reputation as the hardcore legend is built on authenticity and sacrifice. So by leaving on principle, he reinforces that image. You know, fans may see him as staying true to his values and even at the cost of money and visibility. Again, there's also a corporate risk here because WWE's alignment with Trump may secure certain political advantages, but it can also risk alienating talent and segments of the fan base who view Trump negatively. So Foley's exit is a visible reminder of that tension. Again, this is rooted in principle. It's not about business. It's about principle. And we gotta think about this and say, could Mick Foley be the start of something much greater amongst the talent roster, amongst the company? Is it a good idea to ever politically affiliate yourself, you know, with a figure, with a president, with anybody? And as big as WWE is, I mean, it could have negative backlash for them as well. I mean, anybody that's affiliated with him right now is not looking very good. So again, this is not just Mick Foley. A lot of people are upset about what Trump said. A lot of people are having sort of a moment to think back and see, you know, do they really want to continue aligning themselves with Trump? I mean, truth is, he's going to say, I mean, we know who Trump is, right? Like, he's going to say what is on his mind. He's going to say it, and he's not going to filter it. But again, there's always a time and place for things like this. And I can't say that I'm necessarily, like, there's nothing that I can say that would go against what Mick Foley said, because I do agree that if you're in a situation like this and you feel almost threatened, you know, it's only reasonable for you to say that I'm a step down and I'm not going to affiliate myself with anything that is related to this man. You know, it's the same thing like, you know, if you're somebody who is who's vegan, right? You know, you don't just eat vegan, you also don't support somebody like a friend or family member who wants to buy meat. I'm just making an example, right? Because I have friends who are vegan, so I know how this works. They'll not buy and support products that are made out of meat. They just won't do it. They're very strict in that way. So that's an example. Like, if you're somebody who has beliefs and values and you realize that what was said here was, like, this wasn't a child saying it. This was a grown man saying it. So when someone like this comes out and says this, there is no way to debate and say, well, you know, here's the other side to it, because it was never meant to be taken this way. It was supposed to remain neutral. It was supposed to be civil. It's a family issue, and you decided to expand on it and make this something that, quite frankly, was not, like, it wasn't supposed to be about you. So I'm not a guy who's going to ever speak ill of the dead, okay? And I hope that the family is able to come out of this stronger. Like, I hope that, you know, they're able to heal from this. Of course, it takes a lot of time. We wish for the best. We hope for the best. And, you know, we'll see what happens with the rest of the talent roster. I mean, with Trump saying something of this nature, who knows? Who knows what can happen? Who knows what other superstars might lash out in the near future? You know, if this affiliation continues to strengthen amongst WWE, TKO, and you know, the president. Leave your comments in the comments below. Let me know, how do you feel about this? Mick Foley leaving WWE, making the statement that he will not re-sign in 2026. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I will look forward to reading them. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you guys know every single time I drop a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.